impact of these revelations of spying has been devastating. For nearly 2 decades, I have lived with grief, guilt, and constant stress. I suffer from nightmares in which I see eyes watching me all the time. I have insomnia, panic attacks, and constant anxiety. The stress contributed to serious health problems, and I'm not the same person I was before 1997. My family has suffered too. My children lost a brother, and I also lost a mother, which are where I used to be. I spent years campaigning, attending meetings, fighting for justice instead of being present for them. My husband has borne the weight of supporting us all. Our lives have been dominated by court hearings, inquiries, and hospital visits. We have spent 28 years trying to uncover the truth, only to learn that we were being spied upon. What hurts most is that the police seemed more interested in protecting their reputation than in finding out what happened to the key. They spied on me because I'm an Asian mother prepared to speak up. They feared my campaign because it challenged their failures. They characterized our case as collateral intrusion, yet internal documents show that it was personally targeted, coordinated, and fed into senior levels of the source. This is institutional racism and sexism in action. The McPherson inquiry described the Metropolitan Police and as institutionally racist in 1997. Our case shows that by 1998, the police were already worrying about another Lawrence-style embarrassment and were willing to spy on bereaved families to avoid it. Over the years, we have learned that many others were being spied upon by undercover police in similar ways. We now know that numerous justice campaigns led by bereaved families just like mine, who were courageously fighting for truth after unimaginable loss, were monitored and reported on by these units. We know that even beyond the families, women who were duped into false relationships and social justice campaigners exercising their democratic right to protect were infiltrated and surveilled as if they were enemies of the state. Undercover officers stooped so low as to steal the identities of deceased children to build up their fake personas, meaning that completely innocent families, already devastated by the loss of a child, had their child's memory exploited and without their knowledge or consent. This is a cruelty that beggars belief, and the betrayal did not stop with us. Families, the campaigners. It is extended to those who stood shoulder to shoulder with us in a fight for justice, professionals and advocates who supported families like mine. I want this inquiry to do what the police have failed to do, tell us the truth. I want it to acknowledge that my family was targeted and infiltrated. I want it to name the officers involved and explain what happened to all the documents which are missing. I want to know whether intelligence about us was shared with the coroner or any other bodies, and I want to see those reports, please. I want this inquiry to make it clear that families who fought for justice are not enemies. We should not have been spied on. We should instead have been supported. We believe in the promise of justice. We believe that if the truth is exposed in full glare, a society can begin to heal, and important reforms will follow. We believe the inquiry can be a force for good, but that will only be true if the inquiry does not shy away from bold decisions, conclusions, recommendations. This inquiry has a duty to not let us down. Too often in the past, public inquiries and reports have been raised, expectations only to bury the real accountability in vague language. That cannot be allowed to happen here, not after everything we have given, not after the wounds we have reopened to assist this process. Our country is at crossroads. Trust in the police, especially in the marginalized communities, is hanging by a thread. The findings and actions that come out of this inquiry will either begin to mend the trust or break it completely. If the inquiry robustly confronts the racism and misogyny at the heart of this scandal and recommends strong measures to prevent such abuses in the future, then we can say that our pain had a purpose. But if this inquiry fails, if it minimizes the profound wrongdoing that occurred or shields those responsible or produces a report that gathers dust, then a dangerous message will be sent. It will tell the public that even when the police gravely abuse their power, they can get away with it. It will deepen the schism and disillusionment that that many already feel. It will be, frankly, another betrayal, one we fear would erode faith in the British justice in a generation. That is why I urge you, Sir John Mitting, and all involved in this inquiry to be fearless and to be fair. Do not allow any institution or individual to put themselves above accountability. For the sake of our country's future, shine the brightest light on those dark chapters and ensure that lessons are learned. We are at a turning point, a moment when we as a society decide what we will tolerate from those who police us. Will we tolerate spying on grieving families? Will we tolerate the sexism that enabled undercover officers to abuse women? Will we tolerate racism that views families of color as potential extremists simply for demanding justice? Or will we say never again and put in place the safeguards, oversight, and cultural change that needed to make sure that this never happens to another family like mine? For me, the choice is clear. I have devoted the last 28 years to fighting for justice, and I do not intend to stop now. I urge the inquiry do the right by the families and the individuals who have given you their stories when many of us who have lost so much. Stories are all we have left. Stories can be powerful though. Stories can drive change. Thank you for listening to my statement. I sincerely hope that in your final report and recommendations, you will speak truth to power. Because we are no longer watched. We are now watching. We are now doing the watching to watch what this inquiry does and next. Above all, I want justice for Ricky. My son was kind, promising young man. He deserved to live. He deserved a proper investigation. He deserved respect. So did we. I am speaking out not only for Ricky, but all the families who have been spied upon and misled. We deserve accountability, and we deserve change. I ask this inquiry to ensure that no other parent has to carry their child's coffin simply when he was killed because of his color. And no parent stand where I'm standing today. Thank you.